Good morning, everybody. So lovely to be here with you all, as always. I've got some stuff written down. Just want to say thanks to everyone who's joining the Patreon community. Really amazing to see that growing, and yeah, I've just been pouring a lot of energy and love into that place, and so yeah, just wanted to share that. It's really heartwarming to see all the support, and so thank you so much. I hope for those of you who are joining that you're getting a lot of value out of the community in the videos and connecting with each other via the chat. And there's also, the option to co-create. Sometimes I get very long emails about, and I'm flattered that you all think I can help you, and thank you. But those are perfect for co-creation. And so if that's something that you feel like you want to connect with me in that way, where you have a really deep question, a really big question, that's one of the beautiful things about the Patreon community is I'll make you a personalized or specialized video for whatever you're going through. And it just offers a lot of value to everyone else too, because if you're going through it, odds are it's very relatable. So many folks in the community are going through Kundalini awakening, and so anything that's really truly deep for you and real for you is probably very relevant to others in the group. So I love doing those. So yeah, that's a great thing for those of you who need that, or who are desiring that kind of in-depth support for what you're going through. So never know what's going to happen on those videos, or on these videos. I guess I want to talk about Patreon to start. The first thing I wrote down is you might be feeling some gripping shame, almost like suffocating, almost like you can't breathe. You might be feeling it in the heart, and then the solar plexus in the belly especially. And there's this tendency when we feel shame to kind of to think, because shame comes with these thoughts of you're bad, you're a mistake, you've done something wrong. And I was actually having one of these kind of waves of shame come through the other day as I was driving, and that's what inspired me to write it down. And what I felt is, as I kept just kind of moving through the shame, I could feel like the shame was releasing from my being. A lot of times when we feel shame coming up, it's like we do this, we shut down, we believe the shame, we almost turn around or something, just kind of feeling that energetically. It's but I was having this experience. If I just keep staying, just kind of going through the shame, staying expansive, staying true to myself, not believing the shame, and just feeling that gripping nature of the shame, right? It's just so it's clenchy, it's suffocating, it's oh, that shame really comes up, and it tries to it almost squeezes you. And if I just could allow that to be there, but just stay true to my path and not believe the shame, I just felt how it was just falling off of me, how it was actually being liberated. And so this is actually a sign. If gripping shame is coming up, that's a sign you're about to break through to another layer of yourself. It's a sign you're shedding another layer of what's false, another layer of density. That's the sign density's falling off, is it gets really, really intense. This is the same with intrusive thoughts. If you ever have really intense and intrusive thoughts, it's a sign that your shadow is losing power. It's a sign that the darkness is losing power over you. And so it's like fighting really hard to stay alive in your consciousness. It's doing whatever it can do to get your attention. Got things going on again. It's how channeled can you stay? So just, that was the other thing too. It's anytime something like that comes up that's really big, like gripping shame, lots of terror, and really intense, intrusive thoughts, it's a sign that you're breaking free. A lot of times the mind will take that as a sign of like, oh no, I've done something wrong. Why is this happening? Couldn't be further from the case. It's like you are breaking free from what has limited you, from what has kept you kind of, you know, kind of obeying false masters of like fear and yeah, just falsehood, darkness, whatever. So I hope that made sense. Sometimes when I write these, I feel like I have it, and then I feel like I should just say them right away, but when I revisit them, I hope I can make it like the point as clear as I'd like. We just do our best. We just do our best over here, and we just keep moving forward. That's all we do. Oh, this was a big one. I felt as that shame was like coming up and as it was falling away, and even though it was suffocating and intense, and it was just like, oh my God, I felt like because I was moving with truth and because I was in alignment with my higher self, there was this subtle peace that was present. And so see if you can feel into that even though your energetic situation might be intense, maybe you're having the really dark, intrusive thoughts, maybe you're having the gripping shame, the terror in the belly, notice if you can feel a gentle peace in the background, like a gentle grace that's there with you. And that can be really soothing when we're going through something really, really profound. I mean, this is profound stuff, guys. Like getting this free, this is really rare, rarefied air you're in. We're all kind of in a rarefied time-space dimension on Earth. It's a really remarkable time to be here. And that can mean a lot of different things for being a human, and it can create a lot of difficult situations and challenging scenarios for you. But ultimately, it's like we've all hit the lottery. It's like we're waking up on Earth in 2024. We all wanted to be here. We kind of knew what this was going to be, is my sense, and we're just fucking warriors. So many chills right now. Like we're all just warriors. Like we have to be warriors to be here doing this work right now. So many fucking chills. So yeah, that's the warrior spirits. I have a lot of warrior spirits around me, like warrior light beings, and they support these videos and my life, and you know. And there's something here like the warrior spirit embraces challenge. It's like, fuck yeah, challenge. I came here for fucking challenge. You know, let's celebrate the difficulty, because it's turning us into even more powerful beings. It's growing our compassion, growing our strength. So, and this goes right in line with what the next point is, the pressure we're going through right now on Earth is breaking down our ego, breaking down all these aspects of ourself that we thought we were. It's putting pressure on the parts of us that are still enslaved and in bondage to fear, to lack. And this is beautiful. It's like we want those parts of us to be broken down. And they're being broken down. This pressure that the divine is putting on all of us. You don't even have to be in a spiritual, massive spiritual process like basically everyone who's watching this is, to be feeling pressure right now. Like, just look around, you know, like we all get in our own process, which is beautiful. We need to be. Sometimes we forget to kind of think like, oh, even Jack over there, Susie over there, not going through a massive Kundalini awakening per se, but wow, they're still in their own way, they're still feeling the pressure. So many chills in this video. So the divine pressure that's coming in right now is breaking down the ego so that more light can shine through. It's like breaks our ego, and then just like light can explode through us more. That's the best way I can feel it and say it right now. And that's a great thing, obviously. And so all of this is happening so that you can become free to follow your highest alignment. Sometimes it's like we can know our highest alignment, but we're not free enough to follow it because we're still in bondage to fear, lack, scarcity, shame, all these more dense emotions that I've been talking about. So right now, the universe is liberating you so that you can be free enough to actually do what you know you want to do, what you came here to do, what fills you up, what is super satisfying to you, what lights you up, what's exciting. More and more of you are breaking free from the old stuff, the old patterning and conditioning, and starting to feel liberated enough to really be who you came to be here on earth right now. So fuck yeah, that's beautiful. I said confronting your shame instead of trying to get XYZ to not have to feel it, kind of coming back to shame. I don't know what is up there in that tree. A wild something. Oh my gosh. You guys see those birds? I'm like in a jungle or something. Okay. Yeah, so a lot of us, to not feel our shame, will try to get this person to like us, or we'll try to get this accomplishment, or you know what? We'll just do a lot of different things to not feel our shame. So I wrote, there's a lot of power in just confronting your shame and just feeling it. And then as you feel it, it falls off. And then you don't have to chase things to not feel shame. You can just move from wholeness and from peace. And then you end up just doing what feels the best for you, what's most in resonance with your heart, with the true heart. Versions of you and another person might be dying right now. Romantic relationships, friendships, student-teacher stuff, work relationships, family. Versions of you and someone else might be dying, and it might be just like crumbling, and it just is like, whoa, it just fell away. Maybe you were talking to someone and all of a sudden it's just like, yeah, whatever you guys had going on, the universe is like, that's done. Now, the thing is, a new version might rebirth, but we have to give time for the old version to kind of fall away. So who knows? It might rebirth, it might not. Maybe you guys, soul contract's done, moving your separate ways in this lifetime, see you in the next lifetime, maybe see you in 10 lifetimes, who knows? Maybe in a week you reconnect and it's just different. It's just fucking different. You know, you're different, they're different. And it's more true, it's more authentic, more real in a way. It's just more, maybe it's more nourishing, or it's more aligned, who knows? Or maybe that connection's done and a new connection comes in, or maybe you need solitude. Who the fuck knows? But I did write this, like, this could be a theme for you, like versions of you and another could be dying. That version of that relationship, it's done. What happens next? Who knows? Keep walking forward. I think we could all hear that a lot. Just keep walking forward. You got this. Do I want to share the rest of this right now? I'll share one more. Well, the thing is, yeah, I'll share one more. Living in a divine rhythm doesn't mean anything about comfort, what you're gonna get, etc. It just means you're living in a rhythm with the divine. Living in alignment, it's not about what you get. It's not about validation. It's not about becoming the spiritual millionaire or something. And if you do, great. I'm not against, like, do you. But it's more about you're just being attuned to truth for truth's sake. The greatest reward is being in a divine rhythm. It's not what you get from it. And I just wanted to put that, because sometimes you live in a divine rhythm and they string you up on a cross. You know, we've all lived in divine rhythms in the past and been witches and been probably burned and who knows what has happened. And there was this point that came through when I was shooting a basketball. And I was just like, wow, shooting a basketball is just like a rhythm. And I was thinking, like, I don't know why it came through when I was shooting a basketball, but there was just something about this. There's nothing guaranteed if you live in rhythm with the divine, except that you're gonna be in harmony with truth. And that's what we all really want. I think there's been too much of this thing, like with New Age and maybe manifesting perhaps, where do this, you live in alignment so you get this, you know? And I just kind of wanted to pop that bubble a little and say, no, you live in alignment, that's the whole thing. That's the whole thing. And whatever happens is what happens. But you wouldn't change living in alignment even if you knew that X, Y, and Z was going to happen and it wasn't favorable for your ego. You would still choose to live in truth. above everything. At a certain point, that's the only thing you can do, is live in alignment with the divine. And for a while, the spiritual ego gets a hold of these ideas. If I live in alignment, then... And I just wanted to kind of be real with y'all and say, it's not like that. You feel sustained, you feel energetically supported, you feel immensely nourished, you feel lit, you feel on fire living in a divine rhythm. And when you feel those things, you don't give a fuck what comes, because you're all the way full. You're all the way there, in a sense. So you've dropped the whole idea of caring about what's manifesting or law of attraction or any of that. Who cares? Who the fuck cares? Because you're one with God. That's what living in divine rhythm takes you to, the place I'm talking about right now. So anything other than that's a spiritual ego getting a hold of a spiritual idea for its own gain. Oh, I'm gonna live in alignment so I can get. That's ego. It's not wrong. It's not bad. Go for it. But at the end of the day, that falls away and it's no longer relevant. And the only thing that's relevant is living in alignment with the divine, for living in alignment's sake. Anyways, I hope that was helpful. Long video today. Lots of energy, lots of love to share. Thanks for the support, your donations. Love having sessions with y'all. Love pouring my heart and soul into the Patreon community. Feel so blessed to be serving in this way. See you in the next one. Namaste.